With WWE 2K24 fast approaching to its likely March 2024 date, there's not only excitement but also concern about the next entries to the WWE 2K series. Whilst 2K22 and WWE 2K23 have been the necessary step forward, there's some things that still concern us about future entries. Join us now as WrestleGamia looks at 10 ways WWE 2K24 could go horribly wrong. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we upload a video. Number 1. My Faction continues to lock characters away. A My Faction mode in 2K24 could potentially continue the unpopular trend of locking certain attires and characters within the mode, with no option of using them outside of it. This would be a significant issue for players who enjoy creating classic universe mode saves from different wrestling eras. In previous games, My Faction has been known to restrict access to characters from different eras, forcing players to stick to the only on-disc roster when trying to create historical matches or iconic rivalries. This kind of limitation can significantly detract from the overall gameplay experience, as it prevents players from enjoying characters from different era or different gimmicks entirely. Recently, fans have been incredibly vocal about their outrage over the Big Papa Pump version of Scott Steiner being locked to My Faction only. Furthermore, the lack of integration between My Faction and Universe mode means that players are unable to take full advantage of the game's features. In the ideal scenario, all characters and attires unlocked in My Faction would be available for use in Universe mode, allowing players to truly customize their gameplay experience. This would also add an extra layer of strategy to Universe mode, as players would have to consider which characters and attires to unlock in My Faction in order to optimize their Universe mode saves. Without this integration, My Faction feels like an isolated mode that doesn't fully mesh with the rest of the game, ultimately detracting from its potential to enhance the overall 2K experience. Number 2. No improvements to Universe mode. One of the major concerns for WWE 2K24 is a possibility that Universe mode will not receive the substantial update it so desperately needs. Universe mode has long been a fan favorite, allowing players to take control of their own WWE universe, booking matches and crafting storylines. However, the mode has stagnated in recent years, with only slight improvements made in 2K23. Players have been clamoring for a true overhaul of the mode, calling for more cutscenes, drafts, rivalry options, and overall detail to breathe new life into the gameplay experience. What made games like WWE 12 so memorable was the attention to detail and how rivalries flowed so well in Universe mode. The ability to create intricate storylines and watch them play out over time added a level of immersion that had been lacking in recent iterations of the game. The inclusion of more cutscenes, drafts, and rivalry options would give players the tools they need to create a truly unique and engaging Universe mode. This is a kind of update that Universe mode needs to remain a fan favorite and to keep players coming back for more. Without it, the mode risks continuing to be stale and losing its appeal, ultimately harming the overall success of 2K24. Number 3. No new match types. Another potential issue for 2K24 would be the absence of new match types. With 2K23 introducing the exciting Wargames match, failing to add any new match types in this subsequent release would feel like a step backwards. There are still several match types that fans have been eagerly awaiting, including Lumberjack, I Quit, Fight Pit, Special Referee, Ambulance, Stretcher, and Inferno matches, just to name a few. These match types would have the potential to add a whole new dimension to the gameplay experience, providing players with even more options, creating exciting and memorable matches. Moreover, the addition of new match types would also help keep the game feeling fresh and innovative. In the past, 2K games have been criticized for not adding new match types, leading to a sense of repetition and stagnation. By continuously adding new and exciting match types, 2K24 has the opportunity to break this cycle and deliver a truly unique and engaging gameplay experience. This is essential for keeping players invested in the game and ensuring its long-term success. Number 4. Missing characters. One of the challenges facing 2K24 is a potential absence of significant new signings such as Jade Cargill, who recently made the switch from AEW to WWE. With the game's release date potentially cutting it close to the DLC cutoff date, there's a real possibility that these new signings will not be included in the game. This would be a major disappointment for fans, as it would mean missing out on the opportunity to play some of the biggest stars in WWE. Furthermore, the absence of these characters would also impact the game's overall appeal and replayability. The inclusion of new popular characters is a major selling point for WWE games. In addition, the potential for more signings in the future means that WWE 2K24 could miss out on even more big names, further diminishing its appeal. It's therefore crucial that the developers do something they can to ensure the latest signings are included in the game to provide fans with the most comprehensive and up-to-date roster possible. Number 5. My GM Stagnation. My GM mode is another area where 2K24 could potentially falter. After being introduced to 2K22, My GM mode has a potential to become a fan favorite, providing players with the opportunity to take on the role of GM and make all the decisions that come with it. However, there's a risk that the mode could suffer from the same stagnation that has plagued Universe mode, with little to no improvements made from year to year. This would be a major disappointment for fans, as it would mean missing out on the opportunity to experience new and improved gameplay mechanics in the My GM mode. The addition of new features and updates is essential for keeping the mode feeling fresh and engaging, ensuring that players continue to come back for more. Without these improvements, My GM mode risks being just another carbon copy feature, ultimately harming the game's overall success and longevity. It's therefore crucial that the developers invest the time and resources necessary to continually update and improve My GM mode to ensure that it remains a fan favorite for years to come. Number 6. Lack of new weapons. The lack of new weapons in 2K24 would be another major disappointment for fans. The inclusion of weapons in WWE games is a key component of the gameplay experience, providing players with the opportunity to create wild and chaotic matches that is synonymous with the WWE brand. However, with only 9 weapons available in 2K23 and no new additions made from 2K22, there's a real risk that 2K24 could suffer the same lack of variety. The inclusion of new weapons is essential for keeping the gameplay experience feeling fresh and innovative. By continually adding new and exciting weapons, 2K24 has the opportunity to break the cycle of repetition and deliver a truly unique and engaging gameplay experience. In addition, it's also important to mention that weapons should not be replaced with new ones, as it continues the cycle of weapons being cut only to return over and over again. We'd like to have weapons added on top of the current 9. Number 7. My Rise is just too short. The My Rise mode in 2K23 was criticized for being way too short, with many players completing both the Lock and Legacy stories in just a few hours. This was a major disappointment for fans, as the mode didn't have the replayability needed for such a short experience. The My Rise mode in 2K24 therefore needs to be substantially longer, or at least make it so it has many branching options that are worth continuous playthroughs. Without these improvements, My Rise mode risks becoming just another short-lived feature that fails to live up to its potential, ultimately harming the game's overall success and longevity. Number 8. Removing superstars no longer with WWE. The potential removal of superstars who've left WWE to go to AEW, such as Edge, could be another major issue for 2K24. As many players see legends such as Edge a major part of the game's roster, the removal of recently released superstars such as Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin would also be a major disappointment for fans, as it means missing out on the opportunity to play as some of their favorite wrestlers. Number 9. Poor DLC. The recent release of surprise DLC for 2K23 featured an updated character of Bad Bunny, and some My Faction content was criticized for its high price tag of $10. This could be a sign of things to come for 2K24, with the potential for more highly priced single DLC releases in the future. This would be a major disappointment for fans, as it would mean having to pay more for content that is just not really value for money. Furthermore, the focus on monetization practices, as seen with My Faction and the recent DLC release, could be a major turn-off for fans. The inclusion of microtransactions and other monetization practices can distract from the overall gameplay experience, making it feel like the game is more focused on making money than providing a fun and engaging experience for players. This is a major concern for 2K24, as it could lead to a decrease in player satisfaction and overall success. And number 10. Same old Showcase. The Showcase mode in WWE games has been a fan favorite for many years, providing players with the opportunity to relive some of the most iconic moments in WWE history. However, the mode has stagnated in recent years, with cutscenes being removed in favor of real WWE footage and commentary also being removed. This has led to the less than favorable response from players who feel like they might have just watched WWE's version of these matches, as it turned into more of a rewatch than a revisit. Furthermore, the releases of superstars and AEW grabbing major WWE names have made it more difficult to create legacy-based showcases, as many big names are no longer available to be in the game. The introduction of new modes such as a WWE What If mode could reinvigorate the Showcase mode and provide players with a fresh and exciting new way to experience WWE history. But there you have it, folks, 10 ways WWE 2K24 can go horribly wrong. Do you guys agree? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling video game content.